First Coast's most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, certified by Weather Rate, sponsored by AC Designs.
You can take it away. This is normally your thing.
Happy Monday, folks. Welcome in. We are, just a few days away from the Thanksgiving holiday. So I'm sure the fasting has probably already begun, making sure you're going to allow yourself to eat 3, 4, 5 helpings come Thanksgiving Day, right?
3, 4, 5. Have you ever done 5?
No, I don't think I've ever done more than 2, to be honest. I think I've done like 1 and a small second plate.
Yeah.
And then I've waited like 30 minutes and then I've gone for the desserts.
Of course.
But after that, I'm done.
I'm glad that you also go for desserts within 30 minutes because, even though I can be stuffed from Thanksgiving, I'm thinking about desserts constantly and I want it immediately. And my family's all like, let's take 2 hours. No, I want the pie.
Well, I feel like if you wait too long, then you set yourself up for failure like that. Like, you have to get the dessert almost immediately after you finish eating while you're still in that, eating mindset. And then the rest of the afternoon or evening, I just kind of snack on desserts.
Oh,
nibble? Yeah, give me little bite-sized cookies or something. I can just take 1 or 2 of.
So do you guys do more cookies and little bite-sized desserts, or do you have pies and stuff too?
We do have pies. Okay. So that always goes with dinner, but then the after dinner dessert.
Little snack.
The after dessert.
Why am I not doing that?
Yeah.
That is brilliant. We've done little snacks like crackers and cheese after, but just keep the sugar going.
Yeah.
Because we all crash hard anyway from all that turkey and watching football. The sugar would wake you back up for more football watching.
Exactly.
Or playing football. Maybe we should be running around and exercising.
All that sugar though, and then playing football. It's a dangerous game. Dangerous.
Yeah, you're right. I thought we could start with travel forecast for Thanksgiving since it's the week of, and a lot of people hitting the road. Dallas had issues today, I heard. Jordan, who is on First Coast Living, she was trying to send her sister back home to Dallas. Their flight got delayed. Last I talked to them, it had been delayed 3 times already.
To DFW?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
So if you take a look at this map here, you'll see that's the system that we have been watching in that area. That's the area that we were highlighting all weekend, where if you were flying today or even driving, this is the mess. So luckily now it has cleared Dallas, but if you are flying into Shreveport, Alexandria, Little Rock, Memphis, this is still a concern. And we'll have to watch Nashville next. This whole storm system is going to be pushing off to the east too. So this is what we're going to be tracking over the next couple of days. But Ross, big picture too, if anyone's heading north, we're gonna have to watch that little snowy system up there that's gonna move to the east and cover that whole northern stretch of the country.
Yeah, I mean, you got probably not a whole lot of folks heading to Bismarck, North Dakota, but 1 or 2 you might be. But Twin Cities, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Madison, of course, and then the Detroit area. So the Great Lakes region just kind of needs to be aware, on standby as we watch for that system to kind of make its way across the country. But we're pretty much the warm spot right now, Lee. I mean, even you head out west, you think you're going to LA, sunny Los Angeles, and warm weather. You're really not getting a lot of that. Similar story in Las Vegas. Yesterday was the F1, Las Vegas Grand Prix. I know, your fiance is into that. It was cold and rainy there.
And I also was listening, watching the Jags game yesterday, and the announcer was from the Phoenix area, and he said, it's cold, we don't like it. So even, our Jags played in chillier weather over in the desert.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild to think about. So where do we go from here? Well, again, Tuesday, of course, well known to be a really big travel day. And Ross, I'm looking at places like New Orleans all the way up to the Great Lakes, that frontal system continuing to bring showers and storms to the First Coast. And even another area highlighted under the risk of severe weather.
Yeah, so that includes portions of Mississippi, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa included in that, western sides of the Atlanta metro. So if you're either driving to Atlanta or connecting through Atlanta there at Hartsfield, be mindful of that. You mentioned Nashville, Lee. That was another good spot. Pretty much anywhere around the state of Ohio, Pittsburgh, Detroit, all locations that could potentially see some delays tomorrow. I do think the far eastern seaboard, so the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Philly to New York City, they will probably be okay until probably the latter half of tomorrow and kind of into Wednesday.
Yeah, when we go into Wednesday, you see it goes up and down the East Coast. So thinking of big hubs for flying, today was Dallas, tomorrow could be Atlanta, and then also have to watch Charlotte. But also Wednesday, it's the day before Thanksgiving. I feel like a lot of people would be driving then too, but that's right up and down the I-95 corridor. They don't have to worry about that rain.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere from, Charleston up right along the Carolinas and stuff, and then, like I had said, up towards kind of the Capital Beltway in D.C., Baltimore, Philly, Boston, New York City, all going to have some chances for some rain. And then for folks who perhaps live a little bit further inland, I'm talking kind of like western New York, western Pennsylvania, that snow that's being shown up on kind of the Great Lakes area, Wisconsin, Michigan, you can kind of get snow squalls that get brought in on the backside of these systems sometimes. Ooh. So, western areas of the mid-Atlantic states could even see some wraparound lake effect snow there come Wednesday afternoon and evening, Lee.
Wow, lake effect snow. I've studied it plenty, but I've never lived through it. But it's going to be a snowy Thanksgiving there, too, where you're just pointing that out. So this is now Thanksgiving Day. The front has moved through. So even here locally, where we were watching for the chance for a few showers, and we'll get to our local forecast here coming up in a couple of minutes, but rain does not look too significant for us, which is actually a bummer. We do need the rain with the drought, but that clears us and sunny. And I think the big takeaway besides all of that snow is the cooler temperatures across the board too.
Yeah, I mean, not just up across the north and, north of the Mason-Dixon, but right here on our first coast where we've been in the mid-80s. We're going to stay in the mid-80s here the next 2 afternoons. And then you check out your Thanksgiving Day afternoon temperatures, upper 60s. And then we're going to get into it, the overnight lows into Black Friday morning, significantly cooler. I mean, we're going to see about a 50-degree temperature swing or flux within about the span of 36, 48 hours at most.
I am not ready. But I know that it's rain time for the holidays and people want to wear the holiday sweaters, get into the feeling. And I know you are a cool weather fan, right?
I am a cool weather fan. I'm going home for Thanksgiving.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes. And I'm actually excited I've been trying to think like outfits and stuff because I have not had to wear any of my sweatshirts yet.
You're going to break them all out from the back of the closet?
Yeah, no, literally. Like I have a big stack up in the top of my closet of like all my different sweatshirts and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I only have like 6 days at home and I have 20 sweatshirts to choose from. What am I going to wear each day?
I think that shows the difference of where we've grown up to, because I was about to say, that makes packing easy. You just take the stack and put it in your bag, but because I only have about 6 sweaters. Like that's all I own, but not a lot. Okay, well then let's just like tie it all together when it comes to our travel forecast and the impacts that we'll see here over the coming days. So we just went day by day, but really easy to put it together. And then Ross too, I'm going to, when are you flying? Are you driving? When are you going?
I'm flying Wednesday morning.
Flying Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, let's look together and see what those impacts will be. So as we mentioned, tomorrow morning, we're more concerned about places like across Alabama, Huntsville, over towards Tennessee. If you're going towards Nashville, another big hub too that we'll have to watch out for. And then it extends all the way up into the Pennsylvania area too. There you go, Ross. So maybe a good thing that you're not leaving tomorrow.
Yes.
And then as we head into the evening hours, late afternoon into the evening, you'll see those delays. I don't like that this bullseyed right over Atlanta.
Yeah, that's probably not a good sign. They've also been doing a bunch of construction or renovations is the word I'm thinking of.
Oh, at the airport?
Yes, at the airport up there. So I feel like Atlanta's already a kind of a tricky trouble spot sometimes for flying. Probably not going to make matters any better.
I'm not trying to diss anyone here though, but I have much better luck at Atlanta than Charlotte.
Oh, really?
Charlotte does me dirty every time. I have never, seriously, truly, have never been to the Charlotte airport without being delayed in some way, whether going or leaving.
See, I feel that way about Dallas.
Oh,
but
okay.
Because when I worked in Oklahoma City, I flew through Dallas a lot.
Okay.
To pretty much go anywhere in the country, you had to fly from Oklahoma City to Dallas, and then Dallas would fly everywhere else.
That makes sense.
So more often than not, DFW.
And you also
great.
mentioning Dallas, I don't know why, I know why it's the same state of Texas, but we didn't mention this off the top, but Houston, another place right now dealing with that weather currently.
Yeah.
And obviously we know Houston, I think Southwest goes through Houston. That's a pretty big hub there. So that's another place we'll be watching. But anyway, so tomorrow it's more of the northern Gulf Coast, and then it extends up to the northeast. And so now we move into Wednesday. So Ross's travel day, not as bad.
Yeah.
Not, worrying about the snow. Are you excited for the snow?
If we see some in PA, I will be.
Do you think you're going to get one of those squalls?
It does happen. I think the last 2 times I've gone home for the holidays, it has snowed randomly. Whew. The next week, it'll be in the 60s there, and then we're melting.
Yeah.
But
melting at 60. Meanwhile, we're like, it's going to be 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Everyone bundle up.
Oh, okay. So I've looked. I'll be like, well, doing all the festive Thanksgiving stuff, but I'll be hunting with my dad next weekend or this coming weekend.
Okay.
And I did look at the forecast because you have to.
Of course.
Afternoon high temperatures are going to be in the 40s, but really the key thing you have to look at is when you're waking up at like 5:30, 6 a.m. to go out into the woods, just sitting out there in the cold.
Not moving.
Upper 20s.
And you have to be so quiet.
Oh yeah,
You're going to literally freeze.
You just stay put.
Speaking of freezing, we're freezing right now. We're going to break. We will be back with a local forecast coming up here in about a minute or two.
Welcome back in, folks.
Weird that we were just talking about 20s and now I'm like having sympathy cold as you were telling me about all your stories. And then I look at our current temperature map and we're in the 70s right now.
Yeah, kind of anything but that. Yeah. I do think today felt nicer than it did this weekend. Now, you may have really liked how warm the weather was this weekend. For me, a little too warm. I think there was also just a bit of some added humidity out there this weekend.
Yes, there was.
Which made things feel, a little bit warmer. But I mean, we hit the daily record high yesterday. Of 84, right?
84, yeah. I mean, and that's going to stick around here for the next couple of days, too. So if you do like the warmer weather, like me, I will admit I really enjoyed it. We got 2 more days of it, and then we're going to have the big cool down. But speaking of cool downs, that will happen this evening, too. So temperatures dropping through the 70s here in the next couple of hours, down through the 60s, but likely staying right around 60 degrees. So maybe, I know it's a Monday night, but we are in a holiday week now. So maybe you are going to Nights of Lights. Ross, have you been to Nights of Lights yet?
Not this year.
Okay.
Last year I did, so it is on the calendar at some point.
Same. I haven't been yet this year either, but this would be my weather to go. It's not holiday sweater weather. It's 70 comfortable, then into the upper 60s. But we do have that big cool down on the way that we will track for you guys. But overnight tonight, our low temperature is going to be right around 60 degrees, and we're going to have to worry about fog. Ross, it was bad this morning.
It was, yeah, especially where I live up by the airport in northern Duval. Visibility was down less than a quarter mile for an extended period of time. So unfortunately, we're going to have to worry about the dense fog advisory and development overnight and into tomorrow morning yet again. So if it slowed you down this morning, expect that to perhaps give you some tricky spots out on the roadways again tomorrow morning. Maybe just give yourself an extra 5 or 10 minute pad out the door.
And then as we head into the afternoon, warming again up to 83, but we're not going to stop there. How about an 84? On Wednesday? That's once again near, or that if we reach 84 degrees, pull that up right there. That would tie the record again. So 84 is the record set back in 1946. Hopefully tomorrow we don't tie that record of 85. 1992 is that record. But still, we've been talking about how it's warmer than normal. It will be staying warmer than normal through Wednesday. And then we have the big cool down on the way. Now, Ross, I saw that you put for Wednesday the possibility of a few showers because there's a front moving through, right?
Yeah, so that same system that's bringing some rain to Dallas and into Arkansas and western Tennessee right now, that's going to head our way pretty much throughout the day on Wednesday. So the front's going to roll on in. Lee's tracking it here for you. We're really going to have just a big increase in cloud cover, I think, for most of us. But I don't think we can rule out the chance of a shower. I think best chances will probably be kind of from Lake City up towards Folkestone and Waycross, so more of our inland southeast Georgia counties and communities.
There we go.
But could, the west sides of Duval and the metro, see a quick, spritz of showers? Sure. Do I think it's going to be a lot? No. Maybe 1/100 or 2 of an inch at best. So tiny bit of rain, but not a whole lot on the way with that.
Yeah, that's why I'm not worried about things like Deck the Chairs opening night is Wednesday night. I mean, if you got a raindrop, it would be like a raindrop, like such a small, quick shower. So really nothing to cancel plans over on Wednesday. Now, I'm hoping for a heavier rain for places like Waycross where we have that drought. But for the rest of us, pretty much dry. Still warm at the beaches Wednesday evening, but then that's overnight. We get that big blast of cold air with that front that moves through. And I think our winds are going to shift and come out of the north pretty quickly and dry us out as we head into Thanksgiving. So big drop in temperatures on the way. And so, Ross, I put the record highs here for Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I didn't even bother putting them on Thursday. That's Thanksgiving. It's going to be chilly.
Yeah, I mean, a far throw from where we're going to be Wednesday afternoon, about a 20-degree temperature drop. And I think it will kind of be like a shock to the system for some folks because we've had temperatures in the 80s here now the last, week or so. And all of a sudden, you're going to wake up. It's going to be not only chillier in the morning, but it's going to be breezy.
Ugh.
And, I mean, the afternoon, for me, 67 sounds nice. But, yeah, for Yuli and really a lot of folks out there, this is going to be too cold for them for Turkey Day.
I mean, I'll say maybe 2 o'clock, 67, not too bad. I will be wearing a sweater because I'm weird. I think once it's below 72, it's too cold.
Hey, it will be sunny.
But it will be sunny.
It would be way worse if it was overcasted like this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do think we will actually enjoy it. My dad, I was going to say my dad and me, but I do not fry the turkey. He fries the turkey. I go stand out there and look at it. It will be nice weather for that because we're those weird people that don't eat our Thanksgiving dinner till like 5 o'clock. I don't know if
No, that's
earlier.
not weird.
Oh, okay. Do you guys eat it earlier or around that time?
I've done both, depending on who we're eating Thanksgiving dinner with. So
I think we always aim for like 2 p.m. and it never actually gets to get there until 5 o'clock. But this year, I'm making all of my dishes ahead of time and bringing them, so I'm not one of those people that's also taking up the oven or the stove or anything like that.
And what are you making?
Green bean casserole because it's my favorite dish.
Okay, I love that.
Do you like green beans?
Yeah.
Thank you. You were the first person in this building to admit to liking it.
I feel like that's the only vegetable that you have like on Thanksgiving is either a green bean casserole or a broccoli
You like
casserole.
it too? Oh my God, you guys! I am in such good company.
You have to have some level of green on your plate for Thanksgiving.
You
Otherwise,
do.
everything's the same color. Like stuffing, mashed potatoes, turkey, all the same color.
All that like brown.
Yeah, it's all like beige.
I mean, I like it all, but I love green bean casserole, so I have to make it because no one else wants to eat it. But my family knows it still needs to be there for me, so they ask me to make it, and then I get all the leftovers. But so the other vegetable we have, because pretty much no one likes green bean casserole, including in this building. I have to bring a salad too, so they get their greens in that way.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
What about you? What's your dish?
I just show up.
Oh.
Well, when I lived at home, my father and I would go turkey hunting, and I viewed it as I provided the turkey.
Effort.
Yes, I'm the one who I put the extender in our dining room table and set everything.
Okay.
I did the manual labor part.
You did.
The culinary arts. Not necessarily my
and now
strong suit.
You have to travel. You have to get on a whole plane to get to Thanksgiving. So you're just going to relax. What's your favorite dish?
Oh, my mom makes grandma's party mashed potatoes. They've got sour cream. They're really unhealthy mashed potatoes, but they're fantastic.
As Thanksgiving should be. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to tell you and show you just how cold it will be on Black Friday morning. It's not just me saying that. Ross agrees it's actually going to be cold. We'll show you those temperatures coming up.
Well, Lee, we had that winter coat and that winter jacket out 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You probably put it back in the closet.
I did.
Tucked it back underneath the bed. You're like, I don't need this again.
No.
We've been sweating in the 80s. No, you're going to need it again.
Especially,
Friday morning.
I mean, and this is a morning that so many people are up early. So this is really something that it's not like you can sleep through the 30s and 40s. I mean, you can. You absolutely can sleep in if you want. But we know a lot of people are up when we hit that morning low right around sunrise because of Black Friday shopping. So 30s and 40s, and then you're like, okay, well, the sun comes out because Friday will be sunny again, but it doesn't warm us up too much. I think we're only going to be in the low 50s by 10 a.m.
It's still a little breezy too, right? So feeling like the 40s even by 10.
I hate it. So that day, high temperature is likely staying in the low 60s. That's what I've been seeing, Ross. I don't know if you agree with that.
And I do think probably some of our inland locations, pretty much from Sanderson up through Folkestone and Waycross, Blackshear, you folks might be stuck in the 50s all day.
So there's your holiday weather. For everyone been asking for the cold weather, you got it. And there's a lot of events. Obviously, we've kind of kicked off some holiday events already, but this is a big weekend. And so one thing that we're watching out for, Saturday night, we have the Light Boat Parade in downtown Jacksonville. But already at 6 p.m., that 65 degrees there is warmer than where I think our high will be on Friday. I think the story here is that we're cold for Friday, and then we start warming up pretty quickly again.
Yeah, the pendulum swings back the other way rather fast. So a quick shot of cold air and winter-like air, and then you'll notice there as Lee pulled up the 7-day, I mean, you're going to be back into the upper 60s by Saturday afternoon, and then Monday of next week, we're already back into the 70s, maybe even close to 80 again.
I'm happy. Are you happy?
I am not. Well, so I was out of town. I was working in Columbia during our last
big
cold blast. Yeah.
Yes,
and
right.
I'm going to be out of town again. So all I've experienced so far here in Jacksonville this year is only just heat. I haven't had any cold weather here yet.
So stop leaving because it keeps getting colder when it leaves.
That must be what it is.
Or, there could be people watching saying, thank you for leaving.
Yeah.
Letting the cooler air come in. Once again, I think the story is it is a blast of cold air. And like you said, I like how you use the words shock to the system because it is. And then we're shocked again because it is such a quick warm up once again. I mean, normally this time of year, we're right around 70 degrees. So we will, again, be warmer than normal by Sunday.
And I know for myself, when we get these big temperature swings, I'm not sure 100% about